Welcome, welcome, welcome to the living, the dead, and the undecided, to another absolutely, hopefully not literal, explosive game of Philadelphia by Night. Tonight, we are having a little bit of a special session. Tonight, we have a Seneschal's board mission. The Seneschal's board, for folks who are not aware, is just sort of a bulletin board of random things that the large, creepy, spooky spider person requires done. For this particular mission, our group of intrepid individuals has responded and will therefore be meeting with this enigmatic seneschal, at least in theory, to receive their mission. One of us is a token high humanity individual. So, what have you been doing, one of us, for the hour between when you come out of day sleep and when everyone else comes out of day sleep?
uh, Cal's in his feels, highly emotional, trying not to break down crying after the night he had last night. So he is going to put everything into training. He has a punching bag set up in the front room, and he's just laying into it. And he's just training as hard as he can for the hour, just trying to keep his mind off of the despair that the War of Darkness is.
So, essentially, he's beaten the crap out of something.
Absolutely.
Until, of course, it is time to be driven, to drive, to take the bus.
He has a Jeep. It is a blue, I think, 2016 Jeep.
Cool.
But he's headed to whatever location he's supposed to meet up at.
Oh, good. Elysium.
Okay, that's where he's headed.
So, with our token high humanity kindred out of the way, I'm just going to go kind of in order. Mr. Fry, how are you getting to the meeting point?
How is he getting to the meeting point?
Yes,
He
indeed.
is driving himself along with his friend, retainer, boon companion, Shenanigris in Chief, and he will be doing his usual.
And the Ventru in Gangrel's clothing. What are you up to?
Sharky is going to be, making certain that all of his businesses are currently running smoothly for the night, and then he's going to make his way to the meeting point by calling and renting a limousine, because you got to go in style.
And by doing, of course, what he was voluntold to do.
Voluntold is such a strong word. I like to think of it as granted an opportunity he could not pass up.
So, doing what he was voluntold to do.
Yes.
Mr. Omadra. Last, but certainly not least, the Mad Irishman.
Hi-oh.
You volunteered to do this for Tall, Dark, and Spooky.
Right. Lasagna. Yeah. I did. Well, I was hoping that there would be another of better mind and comprehension than me to lead this mission, but If I'm leading it, we're at least going to get it done. So there's that.
Yes. At least something will get accomplished.
Something will get accomplished.
That is the case. So, shall I assume that you are driving yourself, the Mad Irishman?
Of course. And he'd also offer to pick up anyone if they need.
You had been suggested, given that you know some individuals who have prior knowledge of what you're going to go do, to bring certain things with you.
Uh-huh.
Did you bring them?
I got 2 sets in the car.
Excellent.
I got a Star Wars set and the Harry Potter, but I didn't know if he wanted like themed or not. So
Excellent. I see the confused faces and I adore them. I promise you, it will become clear in time.
Finnegan
So-
always has a plan. Always trust Finnegan.
Never trust Finnegan. His
Hey,
plans will never fail to go off the rails. However, you all arrive to Elysium grounds fairly easily. Nothing really to write home about. It's fine. It's fine. There's no person. There are no people in the conference room you were told to be in. Not a single soul. Instead, on the conference room table is a rolled up sheet of what appears to be parchment, sealed with a wax seal in the shape of a spider.
opens it up and unfurls it.
were,
Forgot that I was
you,
muted.
were you swearing?
A little bit. It was more like, well, she's really subtle. So
Yes, extraordinarily subtle.
Mhm, mhm.
Would you be reading this missive aloud?
Seeing that it is letters, I would do my best, and I would probably give it to Colin.
Okay. So, Colin, what you see is a approximately 5'5", fiery red-haired, big bulky Irishman swear a lot in Gaelic over whatever it is this parchment says, and then hand it without a word to you.
Someone else get eyes on this.
Do you read the missive out loud? Oh, it appears we're having technical difficulties.
Hey,
Hopefully,
it's not
he'll
just
be
me.
back.
Something of note. Well, actually, none of you have met Finnegan before,
Not a single one of them have met
so
the
you wouldn't.
crazy-eyed Irishman.
So you wouldn't know what's missing. Rather, who's missing? Heyo!
Hi again. Now that I have been strangely disconnected and reconnected, the last thing I said was, "Oh, thanks." What the? And then he reads it aloud.
Okay, this is, for the love of God, Buttons, help me out here. This is what the note says as read by Colin. Friends, proceed to the entry of the Center City Concourse. You will be greeted by the Lord of the Undercity. It is not recommended that service animals accompany you. For those with small accomplices, it will be dangerous for them. Those with larger partners have already been warned. You will treat the Lord with the utmost respect, as you would were I present to demand such. If I hear it has been otherwise, I will be displeased. He will give you all follow-on instructions. Your reward for the completion of this mission will be determined by the report I receive from my trusted associate, but will include either a favor from myself to you personally, or the removal of a favor owed from the books.
Is there anything else on the paper?
The letters are absolutely picture perfect. They look as though someone has taken a stencil to write each and every single one. The letter itself, the parchment, is signed not with a name, but with a photorealistic image of a spider. There is a postscript written in small letters underneath the drawing, this photorealistic drawing. P.S. Come into my parlor, said the spider to the fly.
Oy,
I
you know,
take it the postscript is written in the same hand as the rest of the letter.
Yes.
Fair enough. I roll it back up and hand it back to Finnegan. Well, that's a thing.
Finn will take it and just kind of shove it back in and just be like, linguistics is really subtle, but we'll get through it. So we got to go to the city center, I think.
Yeah. And we're going to meet a Undercity lord that we are going to be exceptionally polite to, like somebody with a bunch of swords is standing behind us that we are going to bump into momentarily.
Not so much as swords, so much as immense knowledge of the labyrinthine workings that are the undersewers.
I mean, when I met the individual, they had swords, but fair enough.
Why are we?
You know-
Wait,
Wait,
hold on.
Okay, not the lord of the city, the lord of the under. It's complicated. Oh goodness, I can't.
I'm aware of the complications. I'm more concerned about why this individual had swords. I thought this.
I don't
this
know.
indi-
They had extra arms. I guess they wanted something to do with it. I met them for like 5 seconds, and then I left.
It happens.
I was
And
motivated.
that spider to the fly thing. That definitely. That
Yeah.
sounds also ominous.
With
Well,
that, their
considering
vibe.
that the Seneschal is the one who's the spider, I would hope that they're not leading us into their own kind of webs and we're just. Now hold on a
Yeah, I
second.
didn't
He
mean to think
actually
about
starts
that.
thinking about it.
Well, we are kindred. This should be expected. That we're being led into some sort of web. We should just hope that we manage to survive said web. That's just kind of how we work. So that's not that's not entirely concerning, but the word and being so honest about it is a little concerning.
Par.
You worry too much. Actually, wait.
No, they don't
Yeah,
worry enough.
and he kind of like sniffs a little bit and like gives a little bit of a nod of approval to both Sharky and Calvin. And, like looks at Colin a little bit and just like, "Are you like me, girl?"
I could be if the price is right. What do you mean by
No,
that?
not like goodness, good. No, lad, my own, me wee one. Goodness, what family you part of? Are you a spooky one? Are you a spooky bitch?
Try not to be seen. Do you? I'm gonna need another cigarette. Oh God, I can't. Okay,
Oh,
no
good.
cigarettes. Right.
Right.
So,
right. I'm the Insilla. I'm in charge. I'm
what
the one
do
who's
you mean
responsible.
by spooky individual?
You hang out in graveyards.
Hangout's a strong word. I'm looking to be around. them, but
There we
none
go.
of them
There we
people
go.
can
You are like me, girl. That's I just need to make sure to keep everything in me head straight and connected. You
Colin,
two were good.
Colin, would you like to try to figure out what
Yeah,
this
do you want an
crazy ass
inside check
man
for
is
what the
saying?
fuck? My character's out here like, is he Scottish? I can't tell. And like he's trying to figure this out and he just got hit with like 5 different like, who's me girl? All right, the spooky bitch, you hang out in graveyards. I think maybe, but I'm not sure. Would you like an insight or an etiquette or tell me?
I would like an intelligence and insight.
Welcome to playing with Finnegan.
Oh, this is gonna be great. I love seeing you. This is gonna be fantastic. I've been waiting for this. Box of Doom because why not?
Feel free to box the doom it. Feel free to roll regular dice. I am not picky this evening.
You just
5.
give like a nod
Let's
to the other
see.
gang roll.
What
Just
do
in
we get?
just respect.
I don't have access to Box of Doom. I'm guessing that's another
If
issue.
roll it in your channel, I will be able to see it. It's probably just a hiccup from the rolls that we have in right now. Thank you for helping us find every hiccup. We
Yeah,
absolutely
considering I found one early.
appreciate
Oh
ya.
God in heaven, 1. This is gonna go great. I love it.
So 1 success, but not on a bestial failure. I'm thinking this is a sliding scale, but that's a pretty far down scale for sliding. He's Irish.
Okay, Irish, right? I'm just trying to place the accent. I'm just working through things step by step here.
He's Irish.
Okay.
Spooky bitches who hang out in graveyards. He probably means your clan.
Wait. Hecata?
There we are. All right. We got there. We figured it out. Wonderful. Yeah, you're a spooky bitch like me, girl.
You're dating a Hecata?
No.
$20 is $20,
no.
and if you pay me, I'll do a job perfectly. But
All right, so I need to take this pin off. I think people are getting confused. Seafra meant well. So no.
That should be a giant freaking light bulb. He is talking about Seafra.
You're talking about, yeah, I know her. She's great. Not exactly like her because that's new. I haven't seen that before.
No, she's special.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, she's the nicest person I've met so far. I'll take special.
Correct. True statements.
Didn't know she did metalworking. Fair enough.
But used to. Hello, Finnegan. I'm kind of one of the older gangrel of the city, I suppose. Hi.
Hi, Cow.
Jamie Knox. But you can call me Sharky.
Sharky. All right. Kind of gives another little sniffy sniff. Could I be able to tell that he's more aqua, especially with the Sharky?
It would be a fair assumption with your freaking 1 intelligence.
That's fair. I read an article that you might be interested in soon, Sharky. Like, we'll talk after the mission. There was something about a boat, and I was curious about it. But good to meet you both.
Finnegan and Sharky. Who are you?
Cal.
Colin.
Nice to meet you. Finnegan, you're leading this group?
It is at this moment that you would notice a figure near the door. Apparently, she has been waiting to drive you as a group to where you need to be.
God, fuck. You're muted.
Don't get your knickers in a twist, Missy. We're coming.
Ms. Wayne, did you want to,
My mic was not unmuting. Sorry.
I feel that deep in my soul.
She just gives you all a polite smile and waves you along. Takes you out to probably one of the nicest SUVs most of you have seen. as you climb inside, she gives you each another polite smile. Buckle up for safety, and please don't ruin the upholstery.
Wait, shit, me gifts! And just quickly runs back to his truck, grabs 2 Lego sets, and starts running back into the side seat.
Do I see him carrying 2 Lego sets?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He's not hiding it. He is just. Ah!
Sorry, I almost forgot these.
What? Why do you have
Or
Lego
not
sets?
like the other older ones that I've met.
So I tried to figure out how to talk with this lord that we're going to be going and meeting, and I haven't really done much of talking with him yet. But I do know that he likes Legos, and he doesn't like hounds, which is why mine is gone, and I'm kind of losing it. But it's fine.
Oh, my squirrel is off in the ether somewhere. I have a pet squirrel.
Oh, you have a squirrel? How lovely.
Yeah, his name is Acorn.
Acorn the squirrel. Well, I'll have to make sure that Tato doesn't go and nom on him a little bit, but he'll be playful.
It would. My squirrel's a little bit more feral and not really. It kind of punks other creatures that are bigger than it.
Now, I don't doubt the prowess of your brave and mighty squirrel. I would just like to see him and Tay scrap, I think, sometime. That would be very enjoyable.
Nope, rather not have that happen. I don't want to risk that. I'm good.
There we go. That's fair.
I mean, he could have stood toe to toe with Cletus, right?
Tay or the squirrel?
Acorn.
I mean, Cletus did fold Cal like a cheap suit, so
Hey, I sit on my feet.
It's all that matters.
that's fair.
Yeah, we'll have a play date across the city one of these days with all of the animal companions.
What are you two talk? Okay.
Here, I have it just pulls out like an old, like probably Nokia flip phone, knowing Finnegan, and like shows like a picture of Tay, this giant Irish wolfhound.
There's a soft smile on Colin's face.
That is one big dog.
What's their name? It's your boy.
Hold on. Let me get the big one.
Yes. What is your familis's name, Finnegan?
Nope, it's in the knife block. It's not in the backstory one.
I ask a simple question.
Me boy's name is Killian Angus Koval Fergal Spiarni the Bold, the Lord Tato.
I'm gonna double check my seatbelt to make sure I'm strapped in right, and then
It's
I'm
all right.
gonna
I'm not driving. Miss Wayne's going ahead.
and then I'm like, okay, I think I'm braced. Tay,
Tay.
right? I can do Tay. Okay. Do I need to do like Lord or anything as part of etiquette?
I mean, if you want to put respect on his name.
Whatever, sure, I'm paid. Lord Tay. And you, Acorn?
That's my familis. They're off in the ether somewhere.
Camillus. Well, they told not to bring pets, but like, do they have a title?
Not yet. They're probably mad. They're probably mad that they don't.
No, I. It's the Lord. It's the Lord Acorn. Just kind of like gives them an obvious wink.
I'm looking this way. So like, listen. If that's how this city works, that's how this city works. You, anything special about you?
I got a lot of money. That's
That's special.
about it
I don't
right
have
now.
that. Hey man, that can buy friends.
No, I don't really know many of our people that have money, so good on you.
I don't know any
Yeah.
of us that have money.
Hey, right?
You know one now.
The hustle grind is real.
That's
Hey.
I feel very out of place here, and I feel like this is gonna. I understand now why this is a punishment.
See,
Wait, this
now,
is the punishment?
No,
I look
this
around.
it's fine.
What kind of ganger are you? Like, I'm a more outdoorsy. What kind of ganger are you?
Look around
The bad kind.
after they say stuff, after the first word has been dropped of like the things that stingrays could pick up, like double check the car.
So, Finnegan and Colin, since I noticed that you both had a reaction to the phrase, I am beginning to understand why this was a punishment. And Cal, you may do this as well. Wits and insight.
Wits and insight. Right.
Delicious intelligence character that I never roleplay. Let's go.
Question mark. Did I get a phlegmatic resonance, or do
You
I
did
have my
not.
thing? Thank God. All right.
So you get your paranoia.
Thank the holy trio. Dice bot.
Okie dokie.
Oh, okay. I'm intelligent now. The heck with what happened earlier. I'm smart again.
Yay! Smart. So we got a 3, a 4, and a what now?
4 for me, unless you're talking about somebody else.
So we got a
Mighty
2, a 3.
two.
We got a 2, a 3, and a 4. Finnegan, your thought should be somewhere along the lines of, wait a second, I thought this was volunteer.
No, he's kicking. Miss Wayne said, "Don't ruin the upholstery," right? Great. She didn't say anything.
Oh,
she didn't say anything up about like the dashboard. So Finnegan kicks up his feet and is just like, onward.
You're riding shotgun, and I'm between Sharky and Calvin in the bitch seat between the two. Because I was doing like this back and forth earlier. They're like, if this is whose car I think it is,
With a 3.
the Seneschals or not the Seneschals. I look over at the individual driving.
With a 3 and a 4, you would know damn well this was a volunteer mission. This was voluntary. You both signed up for this.
Are you being punished? I did this for reasons and shit, but are you being punished?
No.
And the thought that should occur to my 3 and my 4, i.e. to Calvin and to Colin, is by whom?
Yeah, Kyle's just gonna like look like, are you supposed to be good at lying?
No.
Oh, good. I'm not the only one who's bad at it in here. All right.
I don't usually lie. I just avoid subjects I don't like talking about. This is really hard for me and painful.
To be fair, you're the kind of the one that said that this was a punishment. You could have kept that to yourself.
I mean, since we're telling on ourselves right now, would you like to share with the class who gave you that punishment?
No.
Okay. Well, the problem is, and I need you to make me not scared.
I made you what now?
Concerned, worried, a little suspicious. One might even say sus.
I was punished by the rest of my coterie for saying something out of line, and they told me I had to do this or I was getting kicked out.
What did you
Make a
say?
mental note of that.
That is a very succinct summary, Sharky.
So
I
what
can't
part of this
say, because if I say it again, one of my other coterie mates will make me go to sleep again.
Again?
Finnegan!
I look over at Cal and do a little nod.
Finnegan, this is you specific.
Hi.
I would like wits and insight, please.
Could be. Let's see if part 2 is even better.
Let's get another mighty 2.
Let's do a little bit better than that. How about a 3?
Finnegan, you happen to remember a very specific set of rules that you had been following for
Aye.
quite some time. One of which includes not speaking the name of a specific place.
Players having brain fart because it's been a little bit of a day.
What was Sanctuary's first
Yeah,
law?
you don't. There is no sanctuary. You don't bring anyone home.
We
What
do
do you-
not exist. We are not
We don't
recruiting
exist.
because we do not exist.
And Shark, wait, hold on, Sharky. Now, are you with them emissaries? Which group are you with again?
I think it's time we stop speaking now.
I think it's a real good idea for you to stop speaking. I think that's a good idea. I think, like, and as we're kind of driving in this little road trip, thing is just like recounting little tales of like the war and being a part of Sanctuary and seeing people being sent to the spider room.
He's gonna ask what the spider room is because it's Colin.
So curious, to answer your question with a question, what might a room of spiders be?
I mean, it could be a spider that is the size of a room. It could be a room that is covered in spiders. It could be a room that has a wallpaper with spiders. Maybe the furniture is spiders. I know a guy who could make people into spiders.
Think
Like-
more of A, B, and that last one that you said. Just like they're everywhere, and there were people who broke the rules, who
Well,
were
why
sent
the-
there.
oh, okay, so you break rules, you go in the room.
Yeah. But I don't think we don't. I think that room got picked up with management, but I'm sure we could find a different room if I need to be letting prior management know that people are breaking rules.
What do you what rules and what would make me go in the spider room so I don't do it?
See, you're not one of them, so don't worry about it.
What does that mean?
He's
You
one
need-
of them.
You need to
Sharky.
stop asking questions now. You need to
wanna go in the
stop
spider
asking
room, buddy.
questions. You need to stop asking questions right now, or else someone will throw you in the spider room. That is not me. This is not a threat. You just need to
Is that
stop
one of the
asking
rules?
questions.
All I'm saying is that sometimes, in a pursuit
Are
of
you still a
knowledge,
member? Are you still a
Yes.
member?
Yes,
Are you a
Okay,
member of
good,
the spider
great.
room? I want to be a member of the spider room. How do I not
No, you
get membership
don't.
in the spider
you
room?
don't got to worry about it. You don't got to worry about it. And Colin, as a wise man once said, sometimes the pursuit of knowledge
Wise
is what
man in
gets
the
you
spider
in the
room?
shit. All right.
Yeah,
What
Cal.
part of we're not talking about this did you not understand, Finnegan?
Yeah, like Cal is like in the corner, just pulls out some headphones, places them in, and starts playing like on his phone, like playing YouTube. Being like, I don't want to be here anymore.
How is it that you survived the war
Laying
again,
it-
Finnegan?
He's like bored and more in Calvin's lap at this
don't
point
know.
because this man might have been in a room covered in spiders or a room that is a spider. So he's
Well,
like,
see, Finnegan has survived this long from both Sanctuary and the Fae, from using his wording very particularly.
Sheer dumb luck, it sounds like.
Oh, Kane, bless
I'm
you
not the one
all.
spilling secrets.
It is at this moment, luckily, that you arrive at the concourse.
Huzzah!
get me out, get me out, get me out.
This is essentially a very large subway station and has also very clearly been shut down for quite some time.
There is
As I
currently not any actual like street level entrance to the concourse. What is known as the Center City Concourse was built in the mid to late 60s. It was supposed to be a way for people to walk around in Center City without having to worry about all of the traffic. Because at that time, apparently Philadelphia didn't know how to drive, and we never bothered to learn. So here we are. It was supposed to connect to the various subway lines, things like that. But that never materialized because the company that made it wound up getting shut down, and in its place is now the new SEPTA Corporation, the Southeast Pennsylvania Transit Authority. And they're terrible. They're just terrible. But this place has been closed down since 1969. So you would have been led into the basement of an adjacent building and ushered through a what looks to be a maintenance door that has not been opened in quite some time.
Wanted to check, has Colin gotten the name of the driver / person that was very quiet and appeared behind them?
That woman's name you would know is Miss Wayne.
Understood, thank you. As I'm going through, as we get to the door, counter surveillance check, and just staying aware and happy to get away out of the car and away from the man who was in the spider room. Potentially.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
See, that's the problem, though. The spider room is gone. That's why this is the
See?
punishment, with a new
See?
kind of spider.
You don't gotta worry about what's no longer here. It's fine. I'm kidding. Yeah, it just seems pretty dilapidated all throughout.
Yeah.
Yeah, giving a good eye with Colin, just making sure it is empty, and I suppose we should go deeper in, seeing if there's nothing around here for us.
Yes, good idea.
Will you be joining us, Miss Wayne?
Miss Wayne has already turned on a heel. She looks back over her shoulder, gives you a polite smile. Fuck now.
Ta-ta.
And leaves.
Will you be Ari? I was gonna ask if she was gonna drive us back, or
Well,
if she's
thank
gonna
you,
wait
Miss
there for
Wayne.
us. But,
It can be assumed that she'll be waiting there for you.
right, good manners, Cal. Cheers.
Nice meeting you. All right. Tries the door, turns back a little bit. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Right. Just kind of huff. Gets the big boxes of Legos that he has. It's like, all right, I guess I'll lead. Fucking Christ.
I get the door for the man without hands currently due to enormous boxes of Legos. Still like,
You're muted.
Oh.
You muted.
Who's muted?
The storyteller.
Open the door. Yes? You're trying to open that far door, Colin?
Yes, I was opening the door for Finnegan. He's holding 2 things of Legos. He's looked at Finnegan like, I still don't get it. He's mouthed,
The door is locked. It is not open to be open. So you would attempt to open it and get clunk, followed by a voice on the other side of the door. Apparently, you lot were expected.
What's the friend words?
Welcome home, said the spider to the fly.
Close. This
I
is
thought it was
close.
walk into the parlor. Who are we speaking to?
Wait, who has the note?
I open it up and start reading it again. So
Just
we
from
skimmed the
beginning
bits
to
and
Yes.
hit it with a da-da-da-da-da.
You get through the letter and the postscript. The postscript being, "Walk into my parlor," said the spider to the fly.
Yeah, that
See,
part.
you had it, Sharky. I think. See, you got it.
Oh.
Just like shakes the Lego boxes.
The
I look
way
at Finnegan like,
the way into my parlor is up a winding stair, and you hear the door unlock and swing open.
I mumble to the others, if that's supposed to be a sign counter sign, wasn't there supposed to be a second phrase we should have known? Never mind, let's go.
Finnegan just shakes the Legos again.
What are you doing?
I thought he was on the other side of the door, so I was hoping that it will. It's
Are
all
the
right. He just
Legos
like
for
it's almost like kind of imagine someone trying to catch like a stray cat or dog with like shaking treats.
Hmm.
That's basically what Finn is doing with the Legos as he is tentatively
insulting
moving
to the
forward.
multi-year-old vampire that we're about to meet if they're a lord of something?
This is what I was told to do by smarter people than me.
Go with it, sure. If this city's this city, sure.
You walk in, and for the first several steps, it's still dilapidated, old, used, horrific. But as it starts widening into a room, what you see is a cityscape. You see the cityscape, the skyline, the entire city of Philadelphia built out in Lego bricks. This is picture block by block perfection of downtown Philadelphia. It is a map in 3 dimensions.
Question:
Is it to scale?
Is the First Bank of Philadelphia still there?
No, it has been replaced by a bunch of black flat bricks.
Good, good, good. Finn just nods.
Is it to scale?
Yes, this is picture perfect.
Is this the entire floor? Is this the walls? Is it
It
like...
is a massive, just almost conference room sized room underground attached to this concourse.
Eh,
Hey, mysterious voice, do you have like a path? I don't want to knock this over. This took a lot of work and time.
There is clearly a path on the floor that can be followed to not disrupt
I'm gonna go that way, voice.
the OCD autism spectrum, just pure beauty of this obsession.
and our benefactor is nowhere around still.
He is not currently visible, no.
There he is. Finding some general open space. Finnegan will just place the Legos and just be like, "Hey, to the Lord under the streets, I present this humble offering that we may speak and figure out what this mission to be. I left my dog, so I'd like a chat."
Well, particularly at the mention of the word dog. My lord, would you care to introduce yourself?
There is, unlike the click clack of the soles of John's shoes, these are more of the tick tack of claws on tile. There is almost this grinding sound as the figure comes into view. Hunched, with a body covered in thin traces of indigo that pop against stony flesh, stands the Lord of the Undercity, one Quasimodo the Gargoyle. So, you're my sister's friends.
Hey,
How tall is Quasimodo?
It's about 6.5, 7 foot. He's a big boy.
Finnegan just
It's nice to meet you, sir. Thank you for inviting us here to your place of safety. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, Mr. John said I have to grant you hospitality.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, I brought you Hogwarts and the Millennium Falcon.
Ooh, I don't have these ones yet.
All right, good, great, good. I was hoping.
Do you prefer to do Legos by yourself, or do you like help with doing your Legos, or like what is your vibe?
Oh, sometimes Mr. John or Miss Alicia or Rowan or Sifra will come down and help me.
Oh, so do you like help? Would you mind if I buy you some in the future and I can help you put it together?
Okay.
Is there anything you're dying to get?
You will see this man kind of lose himself in thought. And after a moment, he looks back up, looks at all of you. Hi.
Good day. One thing I was wondering when you mentioned gargoyle, do they have horns? Do they have wings? Do they look blatantly made out of stone?
Very clearly, this individual is blatantly appears to be made of stone. There are the remnants of wings. It's very clear that the appendages that are on his back, both of which capped in deep indigo blue, were once wings. He, in short, looks like any stone gargoyle you might find in a garden anywhere or on a rooftop. Just the wings are not present. Cal and Finnegan. I think I'll just give this to Finnegan as a gimme because he would recognize the blue of those scars from other things. But Cal, can I have either a wits and insight or an intelligence and insight?
I'll do wits, 'cause that's 1,000 times better.
If you have dots in medicine, I will also accept that.
No, I do not. I got 3 again.
You do recognize that particular shade of blue.
What do I recognize it from?
Your cousin
Okay.
has scars in that particular shade all the way across his throat.
Gotcha.
Now, Lord Q, I wasn't part of the other group. What happened a few months back, and so I'm glad that we can finally meet. And Finn starts rethinking about all of his interactions with Lynch.
So, Colin's fake cigarette drops out of his mouth, and he scrambles to go after it to the floor. Hi, Lord Q. My name's Colin.
Oh, you could just call me Q.
Hi, Q. I'm Colin. It's been a bit since I played with Legos. I liked Rock Raiders and Ninja Go when I was a kid. Do you like Rock Raiders and Ninja Go?
I like Legos.
How about Bionicle?
His brow furrows. He looks like he's deep in thought. He looks back up. Hi.
I
Hi.
I think we're here to be discussing something, Q, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part.
Oh, don't you fret. Introductions are always fun and important to make.
And he
Yeah.
waves you along and tells you to follow him as he leads
I
you
look at the
deeper
other three
into
like,
the
is this
concourse.
normal?
No, it's not.
No one in this session has met Q before, and only one of them has actually heard like firsthand accounts
Of what's
of
happened.
Q. So
Yeah. Oh boy. I want to have a chat with him, but I don't want to traumatize him too soon. Q is a nice guy.
Q is a sweet boy.
He's a sweet boy.
Seems nice.
Just don't piss him off.
Just don't piss him off.
So much conflict. So much internal conflict.
Oh, what is the internal conflict, Sharky?
Poor buddy. Poor buddy.
Yeah, Finn like white knuckles his shillelagh and just is reliving the night again and again of the fire bombs in the bookstore.
Does it look like Finnegan's having like the look in their eyes, like they're not
Yes,
there?
Finnegan is clearly not having a good time, y'all.
Okay.
Hey, buddy.
The
Finn,
vibes are off at the Applebee's.
Hey,
what's up? You're gripping your walking stick that looks like it's got a lead weight in it.
Cal would just look to Colin and be like, no.
No?
I would
And
recommend. I would
yeah.
recommend stop speaking before he beats you with said lead walking stick.
Yeah, and Kyle would put his hand on the back of Finnegan's shoulder, being like, "We're family. If you need anything, you let me know. If that means
Hey.
you need to punch something, I got you."
no, it's the war. It's nothing. I'll be right as rain. It's just I don't like seeing others' cruelty. And kind of looks after Q and continues to follow.
And Q's just moving along.
Yeah, he's just moving and grooving.
If
This
anyone,
is clearly
So what's up? So he's going to make the executive decision that he's going to be closer to Q than he is to Finnegan because the warning he just got. So like, yeah, what we
Yeah.
doing? Where we're going?
this is clearly a place in which Q is comfortable. Finnegan
But he's rarely comfortable.
Finnegan and Sharky would have reason to recognize certain aspects of the path that Q seems to be taking.
anything
Because they had been in Sanctuary and know how labyrinths work.
Oh no!
I was also going to ask if it was the same kind of when we were in the missions going around.
Mhm.
And
This is why they told us not to come down the Undercity. This makes
Right.
sense.
okay,
Would you
until I
like
can get
to
these halls
warn
mapped
your
out.
party members?
No.
Follow Q. Just keep on going. He'll be our guide.
Hey, good day.
Yes.
Everybody's acting weird. My character's a naturally paranoid person. Can I get an insight or a investigation as to something going on? What the hell is this all about? I'm talking to a giant
Who
stone
would you like
person.
to insight?
Person who's probably most a danger and has been warned to be a potential danger to Colin, because he's looking to get injured.
So you would
let's
like to
insight
insight Finnegan.
Finnegan and figure out what the is going on? Why is this happening? What did I agree to? What is all this right now?
Give me intelligence and insight, and you can add 2 dice for, we'll call it backstory reasons. I read backstories. You get extra dice when stuff makes sense.
I wonder if he's got any history like Collins. 3.
This is clearly PTSD. This is a PTSD flashback.
Did you do something to this individual, or did
It
does
does
Q
not seem
represent
like
something?
he would have done something to Q. It seems more like he is protective of Q because of the PTSD flashback.
I'm gonna take a half step to the side of Q, make a little bit of distance, keep my hands visible. Just keep talking about Bionicle if he needs to be redirected every now and then.
No,
Just follow the guy.
Q is remaining remarkably silent as he takes you down ever shifting hallways, some that don't seem to like they should quite intersect the way that they do. You get the feeling that if you were not following Q, you would be lost almost immediately.
Collinwood? That's impressive. Okay.
Yeah, none of you can seem to make sense of the directions that Q is leading you. And finally, he brings you out to another conference room sized room. He looks around. He stops and listens. Okay. Can't hear the cars anymore. So, I have a problem, and Mr. John said that I should have some of you take a look at it.
What's the problem, sir?
So, I have friends, and they go out and they look at things, and they come back and they make sure that everything stays okay down here. But so far, friends have been coming back strange, and then some friends don't come back at all. And I got real scared, and I told more friends that they're not allowed to go out on patrols anymore, and they have to stay here.
Question, Q. When you're talking about your friends, are you talking about friends like Miss Sifra and your sister and all of them, or are you talking about friends like the wee ones down in the sewers?
Oh no, like the wee ones, like Percy.
Ah, have I met Percy? No, I have met Percy.
You have met Percy. It's that fat possum on the Roomba.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kyle just looks confused, like, my Percy doesn't come here.
Eh, small ones, little rats and rodents.
So it's
Oh.
missing it's not a missing persons. Okay.
When
I
you're
mean-
familiar with the friend folk, with the small folk, they can be peoples.
They are people. They have a lot more emotions than most people give them credit for. Quite frankly, some of them are quite smarter than actual people, depending on the situation. Their
Yeah,
survival
No.
instincts are way better than ours.
The Lord Tato is teaching Finnegan to read, for example.
Honestly, that doesn't surprise me as much as I thought it would. All right, I'll
Right.
take it. Yep. Okay.
And Sharky, were you wanting to say something?
It's not so uncommon amongst our family to treat certain creatures better than humans. So just, And I'm certain that our lovely Q here also agrees that sometimes reindeers are better than people, as a certain musical says.
That makes
Yeah, I'll
sense.
take it.
That makes sense.
Never been shot by a reindeer.
Do we have any of
Was-
your friends around to talk to?
What's a reindeer?
Big
Like deer?
horse with big antlers.
Do you know what an elk is?
What's a horse?
Great. Uh, So imagine one of your friends, but like 100 times the size, and like bony protrusions from their forehead. And sometimes once a year, there's a team of them that are magic, and they fly around the entire world, dragging around a fat man in a cart.
Q is just touching his own horns, sort of confused.
They're like your horns, but on one of friends.
This seems to make a little bit more sense to him. And as
Teamwork.
quickly as the thought came, it left, and he just starts wandering off.
But there was a question asked, Q. Are there any friends around that can be spoken to?
Oh yeah, I gotta get friends. And he wanders off. And he comes back, and he's got a possum tucked in one arm. He's got rats lining his shoulders. He's got one perched atop his head. He has come back with all of the animal friends that he has been keeping safe and not allowing to go anywhere.
Hey, Mr. Q, would you mind if I feed your friends?
Yeah.
Okay.
The rats really like wasabi peas.
Yeah, Cal is
Wait a
going
second.
to rouse for Pharaoh Whispers. Does not get hungrier. It is going to
Yay!
start, and Cal always has food on him because he's a survivalist. So he just pulls out like a satchel and just starts pulling out nuts, different kinds of nuts, different kinds of like peanuts and all that stuff. And he's like talking to the creatures like, "Who wants to have dinner tonight?" And Cal is like making little plates and is like offering them to the raccoon and to the mice.
To the possum and to
Yeah,
the
to the
mice and
possum.
the
Yep.
rats.
And
So-
just watching with utter approval.
The rats
Just nodding.
the rats will run up. Teep package?
Package.
Yeah, that's for you.
Tip, tip, tip.
It's all for you. Go ahead. They're good.
And the rats are going to scuttle back. The various animals are going to scuttle back over to Q. It's very clear that, like, okay, we'll bite, but we're staying over here.
Yeah, and Cal's like, you guys want to investigate? Is there anything you can remember that you saw? Oh, and Cal's talking. He sounds like a rat. He's like making rat sounds because that's how Pharaoh Whispers works.
Yeah,
Dark.
I mean,
And the rats reply. Dark. Dark. Everything was dark. But then light. Glowing. Flower. Bright. Smells. Strong smells.
Was the smells pulling you?
Yes. Yes. More. Want more. Always want more.
Okay, you guys should stay away from that. Stay with your friend Q, okay?
Sometimes when others get more, get angry, fight, guard. Rats share. We share. After flower, no share.
No, sure. Okay. What is your favorite food? What do you like to nom on?
Wasabi, please.
Wasabi. Okay. When I next see you, I'll bring you all the wasabi. Okay. And then Cal will turn back to normal. They were investigating this. They saw some lights, and they found a flower, which my team has been dealing with. These flowers are alluring. They give off the smell, and initially, if you smell them and you give into them, they kind of force you to go in that direction and kind of succumb to it in a way. Sometimes makes you hostile or bleeds you dry in a different way.
These flowers. Could they have like a certain how can I phrase this? Psychedelic effect on our kind?
Wait, you know about the flowers too?
No.
Finnegan doing everything in his power to be like, I have to focus on the baronies. I have to focus on the baronies. I have to focus on the baronies. I have to focus on the baronies.
Colin is. Good day. Does this sound familiar to what Colin has run into?
It sounds sort of familiar. Strange plant certainly rings a bell, but these flowers don't sound like that strange plant that your coterie found.
Okay. Cal can talk to rats, at least, and a possum, and gargoyles are real. This one loves Legos and is ambivalent and subject to bionicles.
All these
And
squares make a circle. Yes.
all these squares make a circle. And there was what was that about? A bright flash?
They said it was just a lot of light, and then they then started talking about the flowers. Unfortunately, rats can only contain some of this information, so they're trying kind of giving me all they can.
Could you ask the rats if the light was like a bright kind of white yellowish and it kind of looked ovular a little bit? And I kind of
ask
start
that.
describing the thing.
The rats and the possums say, no, light from flower. Flower
I
light.
said
Flower.
the light is
Thank-
from flower.
Whew. Oh goodness. Okay, that's good. That's really, really good.
Anything else to worry about in this city?
Not quite.
Yes, literally
we need
everything.
we need to focus on those. Yous need to focus on the flowers. I can't focus on the flowers. I have to focus on the baronies. But it seems like we're learning a little bit about them down here. Great.
The flowers of the baronies.
No. Yous focus on the flowers. I focus on the baronies.
Maybe
Okay,
you
which
can
we
use
leaning
the
about?
flower to help you with the baronies.
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
That sounds
this is
like a
feeling like
terrible
Kindred.
idea.
Who's on first?
Yes, exactly. I was thinking about
Finnegan's
that a
one
little bit.
intelligence is just on fire.
The poor little brain cell. Speaking of brain cells, Colin is supposed to be literally an investigator. Is there any questions he can think about to feed to Cal to ask as the interpreter? Anything that should be asked by him?
How about
Just
where
routine.
you can find this flower?
Hey, Cal, where did they find this flower?
Let's get into that. Hey guys, where was the flowers?
These rats can give you absolute like pinpoint directions, i.e., you walk 33 feet this way, take a left, 27 feet the other way, take a right. This turn, that turn. In one of the cross sections, it's actually attached to the sewer system and not to the subway system. So you want to avoid that part because it smells bad.
Oh shit, they really are smarter than some people I know.
I tried to tell you. Cal pulls out some jerky. It's gonna split up the jerky, so I give him jerky to each one of them. Here you go. Thank you.
Thanks.
Q, do they all have names?
This is Percival, and he points to the possum. And then he looks at the rats. This one's Cheech. This one's Chong. That one's Frankie. And that one's Rat.
Okay. Thank you, Rat. Chunky, and Kyle say the other names. Individually thank each one and give them a piece of jerky.
Cheech. Never mind.
I like that one. I like the one that names Rat. He knows what he's about.
It becomes very clear, sort of over the course of things, that Q does not have the talent that Cal just displayed.
Oh,
These are just Q's friends.
Yeah, Cal will ask the rats, "Is there anything you want to tell your friend?"
Oh, that's so sweet.
He already knows he's great.
Yeah, but I can tell him directly what
Oh.
you want to say to him. So if you want to say something that means special to you, you can tell him. Or I can
Oh.
tell him for you.
Oh. He's awesome. And it's warm here, and we like playing in the buildings.
Cute. Your friend says it's warm here, they love it here, and they like playing in the building.
Yeah. I love my friends too. It's very nice to have friends. I didn't used to have a lot of friends.
I could be your friend.
Now he has 5. 5 whole friends.
Wait, when Q says I don't have many friends anymore, Finnegan, like, it shatters through him, running through his mind palace, trying to figure out the information that he's trying to find. And he looks up to Q. And he says in Latin, "Can you hear me, boy?"
I like your funny words, Magic Man.
As you should. As you should. And just gives him another smile and just says it back in English.
Good old Q.
Well,
You deserve more friends.
Yeah. Well, we know where we're. Well, the rats tell me where to go, so we can start heading that way if you guys want to.
Hey.
So the rats will show you. They'll take you only so far, and then they will give you they'll give you more precise directions before scurrying back to Q.
Yeah, Kyle will just give them high fives if they accept them.
I'm gonna warn you guys. These flowers were being harvested when I last encountered them. So if we're not alone, we may have to kill some people.
Good.
Kill. What will we have to kill people for?
Colin raises a hand. First off, we're going to go back and circle back to that good part. Second off, why are we committing murder?
It's not murder per se.
Killing is murder. That's exactly what killing is.
No.
In reports from the emissaries, would they have included the masks? Would that be like just knowledge?
I wouldn't have.
No, it would not be just knowledge.
Okay. There's danger in this city, and we have to root it out. There's been these flower interactions and pollen and weird sightings and hallucinogens, and it's been happening for weeks. But that's not my mission. My mission is the Baronies. That's what you need to focus on. And so
your mission is also here in the Undercity.
And I'm hoping to find some more information. I was told not to worry about the flower issue. So I'm trusting you guys to worry about the flower issue.
Well, I
And
feel
just
like
to let us know if there's things to know about it.
I'm
Okay.
worrying. I'm good on that part. I am worrying. So, how about you tell me who I should be shooting that would be good to shoot? Like, I can shoot people. I prefer if you guys were in front of me when I did it. And I was 700 meters away. But there's not a lot of
Barry,
space, and I want to.
it's a lot harder now that the war is over to know who's the bad guy.
Yeah, that's generally how insurgencies work. So
It used to be easy, but we're gonna figure out. You said that there's people harvesting these things.
yeah, they like
why?
they were cutting them up. I one of them I know was doing weird stuff. I think it was someone's servitor, I guess. They're dead now. I didn't really get the chance to ask him a question.
Aside from confessing to murder, do you want to like?
Oh, I didn't kill them. I was high as a kite.
That is a really odd position to take, considering what happened on your hunt earlier this evening.
I'm trying to be a good person. It involves being guilty and minimizing that shit. And if you want me to kill right after that, right after I talk to you about that whole ending futures, every person that ever loved them, every person they ever made smile, that involves feeling guilty.
Well, don't worry about it.
Like another person in my history.
Don't worry about it then. You don't have to kill. If it weighs on you that heavy. And hopefully we might listen, there's just been a lot that's been happening. And so we'll find these flowers. If we find people, we'll go from there. But be ready. Does everyone have some form of weapon?
Can we have like a plan to run or
Cal-
leave
Cal
and
holds
report
up his
back?
fist.
Good.
You're crazy. You're crazy. What are they armed with? No, the people that you want to fight in the dark.
We don't know. And so I'm just making sure that we're prepared for any scenario. Right, Colin?
Do you think it's preparation to fist fight somebody in the dark in the space of a phone booth?
It's really funny how you think how ineffectual Gangrel is at fist fighting.
All right, fair point.
There you go. There you go. Step in line. If we need to run, we'll run. If we need to hide, we'll hide.
Sharky's going to activate Eyes of the Beast.
So what you would see, Colin, is Sharky's eyes just start glowing in the dark.
Same with Cal's.
Fucking great.
Is that a rouse?
Do anything other than look really weird? Can I be doing it?
Well, we can see in the dark.
Eyes of the Beast.
Oh.
The Gangrel are showing you that they can see in the dark.
Okay. Well, the dark is apparently less of an issue for you. I'm going to be relying on a light.
Why don't you just be in the back and
Works
follow?
for me unless I get grabbed from the back, but yeah.
If you get grabbed from the back, make sure you scream so we can hear you.
Trying like hell.
Yeah.
There you are.
These don't affect our ears, so the screaming's a good plan.
Scream's a good plan.
Hey.
Kyle will pull out some glasses and start handing glasses out to the other gangrel, being like, if we put these on, they can't see our eyes, but we can see them.
Oh, that's fancy.
Yeah, a trick that got taught this trick, so.
I don't want to do this.
Here, Colin, if you're so worried, and Finnegan gives you a dagger.
I don't know how to use this. I was told never to accept a weapon I don't know how to use.
So this one is the pointy end.
The pointy end.
So now you know how to use it.
Thank you. I
You're welcome.
appreciate this gesture. Would you be willing to say to me, any of you three, if I were in danger, you would come help me?
Of course, that's why we're here.
I think that's pretty obvious.
Cool.
I would definitely charge you first.
I get that. How much?
I don't know. It depends on the danger. I don't know if it's
you two over there who said yes first. You saved my ass. We'll work to help you. Really try not to get more debt in this city. Really trying like hell. Okay. So
Well, hopefully, if we do this mission right, you'll be able to cancel out something if you have something.
working on it, but that means I got to get back first.
Which
So-
means we have to go forward
Do
first.
keep in
onward.
mind. Do keep in mind. Sharky mentioned that when he has seen the flowers, they were being harvested. Neither the rats nor the possum mentioned people.
So there might
Let
not
me
be
know if it's
people
hard
down here.
thinking to do or if I need to make a shot.
Yeah.
I'm your man for that.
Yeah, Cal's also going to put on like one of those like COVID mask. And he'll put it on, being like, "Oh, my coterie figured out if we put on these things, it kind of helps with the smell. Doesn't entirely stop it, but it helps it. So you might want to cover your mouth with something."
Right.
Um,
And takes off the
The smell of a
glasses,
sewer is not a problem for me. I'm
pulls
used to
out a
the smell of
balaclava,
dead
and
things.
just
He was meaning the smell of the flowers.
Could Colin tell that?
Yeah, I said that earlier.
Okay. So I was like, all right, sure. Why not? He throws it on. In the land of the gangrel, fucking shut up and pay attention. Okay.
Agreed.
Oh, you're learning something.
Aren't you like 19, kid?
19? So
Right,
Cal
Ed.
looks like he's 27. He looks 27.
and Finnegan in a black kind of beanie balaclava, just red pushy hair just kind of coming out, and with the glasses on top of it. She's like, "All right, we going?"
For mental picture assist, if you have never seen the face claim for Finnegan O'Madra,
All right.
but are a fan of the Game of Thrones TV show, Finnegan O'Madra is based on Tormund Giantsbane.
Okay.
Wild looking all. And now he has a balaclava pulled over all of that bush of red hair.
Stay in the back. You can be in the front. Works for me.
So, as you're going and following the absolutely perfect directions from the rats, like these are perfect right up to the number of steps you need to take before you hit each intersection. I would like a wits and awareness, and please add a die if you have heightened senses.
Curses.
Nothing
That's it.
for supernatural sense. What's it called again? The level 1 all specs. Sense the unseen.
Currently, no, though that may
You know if it
come
comes
up
up.
later.
Okay.
This is a good pool for Elmo.
With awareness, you say?
Wits and awareness.
Debating if I need to blood surge, but I probably don't.
I almost wrote 55.
The worry is happening. You know.
If you get
there's
55 successes, I will cry. You will have seen everything always till the end of time. For every table I run, like forever, you
Can I
see
use
it.
willpower?
You may absolutely use willpower.
Huzzah. Damn. No extra crits, but that'll be 6 for me.
Jesus Christ.
Things are getting a little brighter. That would be something everyone sees. There appears to be a faint bit of blue light near the end of the intersection, near the end of the tunnel that you find yourself in. Sharky. The water here is strange. This is sewers. This is sewer adjacent. This should be filthy, seeping groundwater. The water that is flowing away from that weird blue light is clean. It's purified. Calvin and Finnegan. There is a smell. It is not a sewer smell. It is clean. It is fresh. It is a breath of fresh air in the underground. And Finnegan, It almost smells like home. The type
Oh.
of clean, the type of fresh that you don't get in a city. The type of clean, the type of fresh that you have not smelled since the instant you stepped off the boat.
It doesn't smell like home in a certain kind of mushroom grove kind of way, right?
I wouldn't necessarily say that.
Boy howdy, I gotta talk with Blueberry, that motherfucker. All right. Yeah, Finn's. Oh, boy, that's not good. That's not the greatest. That's different. Why is it's not supposed to be like that?
You smell that?
The water's clear.
It smells fresh.
That's not that we're in a sewer. That's not normal.
I wouldn't say fret. Never mind. I'm looking
Every-
around. I got a hand flashlight.
If you would like to
Get
do
the
an
flashlight down.
if you would like to do an investigation roll to kind of see what they are
Please, God, let
seeing
me be
since they are
competent.
mentioning it, I would like
Please,
please
God.
intelligence and investigation.
Thank
Here
you.
we go. Here we go.
You may of course make that roll. In fact, I encourage that roll.
Yay, I'm competent.
I
All right,
love it
thank
when
you,
we
I
get to be
appreciate it.
competent.
God, I was like, God, please. All right, we got 6. Yeah.
Yeah. Since they're mentioning it, you aim the pen light down. The water that's seeping through the cracks in the stone is clean. If you had to do such human things, you could drink it. There's no problem.
What the?
This is. Everybody, get down. We need to go in quiet. This is unnatural. This is weird, and we need to be on high alert.
I don't do quiet.
I do quiet, please, God. Does anyone else do quiet? Just
I
we
do
don't have
quiet.
to. All right, I'll stay with you. Tell me what you want me to do.
Cal, are you quiet at all?
Can try to be.
All right.
I
If you
just started learning. I got punched out by an elder. Then
I-
a bear.
You
That
did not
was
get
bad.
punched out by an
Fair.
elder. You got
That's
smacked
fair.
around by an elder.
That's fair. That's fair. You know, sometimes lessons need to be learned.
Yeah, I learned a lot. I really wish didn't. But whatever.
Sharky, Cal, if you can watch our 6, let us take that corner first, and then you follow about 10, 15 steps behind.
Is there a river, or is there any sort of like flowing water beyond just what's seeping through the cracks?
There doesn't seem to be.
Yeah, no, I'll stay behind you. I'll stay about 15. I'll stand about 5 feet back. Should I bring out my porpoise pokers, or do you want me to just be normal?
I'm not quite sure what that fully entails.
Porpoise pokers?
Yeah, I like that.
I'll
Colin
make
doesn't know
sure-
what the. I
I'll
like
make
that.
sure to let you know. Is it a party? I don't. All right. He did this, and so I'm assuming he means his like feral weapons, but
That would be correct.
but just porcelain. What is it? Porpoisine pokers?
Porpoise pokers.
Porpoise pokers. Well, if you have a purpose, I suppose.
Purpose for the porpoise.
But we'll go ahead and just sneak it a little bit ahead while you get that sorted.
Okay, so for Finnegan and Colin, I would like dexterity and stealth. Please.
Great.
Here we go. I think this is the first time.
Can I blood surge?
You may.
Yeah.
You have time.
For the first time in this campaign, I think I am going to surge, even though I am not a fan of increasing this character's hunger. Rouse check incoming.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, good. All right, adding 2
Ah,
dice, I
boy.
believe.
Can I use my willpower?
Yes, you may, and yes, it would add 2 dice to your pool.
Thank you.
I'm so upset with myself. Finnegan, are you stealthy? Yes. There we fucking go.
I reserve the right to willpower as necessary. I'm gonna willpower that.
Okay.
3 dice, so the roll 3, and I don't do hunger on this. So that's gonna be 5. 5?
Okay. Yeah, y'all are the definition of stealth going around that corner. What I would like you to do now is to roll me a composure and resolve.
See, that's a bit. It's a bit less. I gotta say.
Hopefully, knock on wood, this goes as it should.
Well, I didn't get another critical, so at least there's that.
Is there hunger on this one?
Yes.
Oh, I do have to put. Okay.
This is
All right.
this is not a frenzy check. This is
Finn's not good at holding his composure.
Okay.
This is fine. This fits character.
Should I willpower this? Do
no.
I think I should?
It's a pass. 3 is a pass.
He's one.
This is the most beautiful fucking place you have ever seen in your life, trapped underground. This is a brilliant, green, lush meadow. These are things that should not be possible to grow underground. There is no sunlight here. There is no light here, other than the light that is coming off of these beautiful, brilliant blue blossoms. Finnegan.
Aye.
You have to look closer. This is fucking amazing. This has got to be what the fairer realms look like. Dangerous, yes, possibly. But with beauty like this, you could hardly blame the poor fools that succumb.
Finnegan, from like his Skyrim squat stance in stealth, immediately just straightens up and starts walking forward. And Colin can hear him utter the name Maeve under his breath.
No. So, Colin, if my willpower was high enough on that 3, hand on the back of the belt.
Are you gonna try to yoink?
This is gonna be real interesting. Right?
That is.
I'm gonna try and keep him from walking away, which is gonna be real interesting because you're all about to find out how strong Colin is.
You are going to try to yoink. So I would like a
No. And we're gonna see something probably.
strength and brawl. Would Finnegan be resisting?
Considering what I was told, I need to get to that flower.
So Finnegan would be resisting. I would also like a strength and brawl.
Could I argue strength and athletics?
Yes, I will give you
Grand.
strength and athletics because you are not trying to fight, you are trying to move.
Mhm.
I accept your argument.
Has it been made clear that these flowers are potentially a lethal threat?
It has not.
Okay, I'm not gonna search for you.
Frickin'
Not
weird.
yet.
Frickin' weird. Potentially addictive.
But not deadly.
Sorry, you don't rate that high.
No one has mentioned deadly.
You don't rate that high, and you're about to find out how well I do. All right.
Finnegan, for a minute, there's like a wee bit of a tug. A wee bit.
Mhm.
It does not last very long. Almost the instant you make it clear that we are going,
You beat my 2, or I beat your.
there
Wait,
is
what?
no more tug.
Boy,
You
I was
are
like, yeah, I got a
going.
2. I got
You
2
are
successes.
going
That's
to
fine.
see. And you get closer to said flowers.
Ooh, boy.
I would
Yeah.
like one more composure and resolve.
I'm not good at those, G'day. Stop it.
I didn't build you. You built you.
Can I make a offering to G'day? Buddy, think of Q. Come on. And with that, I'd like to offer an assist of 1 dice.
You are trying to get Finnegan's attention slightly to help him not go directly into flower.
Buddy, think of Q.
You know what? I will allow it. Think of Q is pretty good.
1 extra dice.
1 extra dice.
It ain't gonna be strength brawl on this character. This is not one of my
Here we
paladins.
go. Here we go.
Please.
Go,
I got a
Finn,
2.
go.
Better than a
Okay.
1.
You're doing a little better. You're doing a little better. That is better than a 1. Not quite enough, but better than a 1.
So what
You are
happens
just-
if you're at 0 willpower? What happens?
anything that is not a physical check is going to suffer.
I can't re-roll hunger dice, so never mind.
So, what we have here, it's 2 is better than 1, but 2 is not enough. So, you are right up close and personal with this flowery flower, and you pluck it. And as you do, the effects of what appear to be like milk white sap that is also glowing bioluminescently. Everything feels good. All
That's new.
worry is gone. Euphoria is found in this little fucking flower.
Question. This might be a little bit shenaniganery. That is something Finnegan has never really truly experienced, except for maybe meeting Maeve. Would that shock him to his senses?
Give me a wits and awareness, and I
Better
would
at
like you to add 1 dice for reasons which will become clear if you pass this check.
Wonderful. Do I also add the other 2 dice for paranoia?
You know what? You may,
You are
just
kind.
because. You may, just because euphoria is so foreign a concept to Mr. Omadra. He can't help but be a little sus.
I'm so upset with this goddamn dice bot.
You know what? 3 is enough. And I
Thank
will tell you
Christ.
why. Because one of the dice that I had you add was for your bloodhound.
Ooh.
The scent off of this flower smells like vitae. The
Interesting.
sap of this flower reeks of vitae. A very specific individual's vitae.
But I can't tell it from that roll, I bet.
And it suddenly makes a whole lot of sense why this plant's effects would mimic the effects that happened the night someone in particular woke up Rowan. If 2 plus 2 is not equaling fish and Finnegan brain,
Not for Finnegan, that because what happened?
if 2 plus 2 is not equaling fish and Tristan brain, because long day, Sifra's blood.
That's immediately where I
When
was.
Sifra fed Rowan, the effects were the same.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. Super fun. Am I still high as a kite?
What is Finnegan doing right now?
What is
Probably
Finnegan doing?
staring at this plant for a moment. He looked happy, joyful, euphoric, a feeling Sharky would recognize.
Yeah, and you guys in the back, y'all saw Colin and Finnegan being all sneaky, and then Finn just like stand straight up and walk into the room.
You saw Colin if you can see around the corner, you saw Colin briefly hold on, and there was like, "Huh," and then it's just gone. Finnegan just walked right out of his grasp.
And then stop. Finnegan does not do masking, much as Sharky does not do quiet. You can see the gigantic light bulb of, I know where this comes from.
Hey, Finn, buddy, do you want to come back over here?
And
Let's
share
put
with the
nice
class?
flower- No. Let's put the nice flower down and come back to us, okay, buddy?
No, bring me the nice flower. I'll hold it.
In Gaelic,
Sharky?
he just turns around and is still holding it and says in a language that none of you likely know, "There's something weird happening here, and we got to fix it."
English.
That's nice, buddy. I need you to put the flower down, okay?
There's lots of things from the homeland in here, and if I can I put the flower in like me coat pocket?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay,
We need
buddy.
to take samples, but yous need to be careful. It's
Yeah,
really
I can
nice
see
here.
that. I motioned to the other two to stay the fuck back.
Finn, do I need to come and get you?
No,
Colin
no,
gives,
stay there,
like, a
stay there.
very, like, please, God. I know you shouldn't trust me, but please, God, don't come closer.
Don't. It's Sharky. You were saying it's euphoric.
You're feeling better than you've ever felt right now, aren't you?
I've never been
Okay.
able to feel good. This isn't right. This is wrong.
God, that's a mood.
Can I harvest? Not harvest, but would I be able to like collect more samples to take back? Because I don't want them to touch it. I don't want them getting any closer. But since I'm already under the
no,
effects,
you don't touch things.
we need to bring stuff back to not to sanctuary, to the city, back to
Are
scientists.
you saying this aloud or mumbling this while you go look at other flowers?
Well, no, whilst everyone is here, Finnegan is just like we need more. But I can grab them.
No.
Yous can't grab them.
Finnegan, if you have one aspirin, I know it's been a bit. If you have one drug and you have more, that makes it stronger.
Not for
need
me,
you to-
for the city, to science.
Okay. The city
Yep.
doesn't need you to be even more impaired.
No, I want to see what happens.
You're not helping. Finnegan,
Just let me grab.
come towards us,
Just,
okay,
just
buddy?
let me grab more for Alicia.
Finnegan,
No,
Finnegan,
please.
I think you should grab more.
We need to do tests, Colin.
We need to do as many tests as we can, and this is one of them.
We
Finnegan,
don't,
grab a few
we don't
more.
understand this place.
No.
We need to understand how this came to be.
You understand a lot, buddy. Buddy, think of Tay. Think of Maves. Think of Q. I need you to come
Don't you
towards
fuck?
me.
And he reaches for you when you say that name.
I was close to you. Okay. Got it. You said that earlier. Wanted to give it a
How
try.
tall are you?
Didn't work.
How tall is
5'7".
Colin? 5'7".
He'd be taller if you literally lift him up off his feet in this place. Probably as
Yeah,
high
yeah.
as the ceiling.
He's 3 inches shorter than you, and he's still like just off of 4 strength. 4 strength? 3 strength? What do I have? 3
Oh,
strength.
nice.
3 strength just like lifts you up even a couple of inches more.
Calvin.
You don't say
darling.
that name.
I am-
Calvin, my
Yes.
high humanity homeboy.
Yeah.
Intelligence
Intelligence.
and wits,
And wait.
please.
Blood die?
Using your hunger die? Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I'm on a roll today. 5.
So, you remember that thing that Percy had mentioned? Percy mentioned it at your last coterie session that they had gone to do extra missions, and Percy mentioned exactly who helped clean up that mess.
Mm-hmm. That was Rowan.
Yes.
Okay. Kyle's gonna take a step forward and place his hand on Finnegan's shoulder. Hey, look at me. Don't look at him. You look at me. I know you're angry. He's had some really dumb shit. Look at me. Look at me. You know who Rowan is, right? You're muted.
I know the boy. I know Rowan.
Rowan helped clean this up last time. We know where this is. We know what effects it's having. Let's call up Rowan in the cleanup coterie. He'll know what to do. Okay?
Hold on. You want to owe a favor to the cleanup coterie for this?
Am I still
Needs-
like 3 inches off the ground?
Finnegan lowered you down, and he says,
Okay.
"It's not that he's talking stupid shit. It's things he doesn't know about."
Yeah, stupid shit. He's talking too much. I get it. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Sharky, whose side are you on?
I'm on my own side, and I don't want to owe the cleanup coterie nothing.
And you also want him to grab more flowers and
I
see
do
what
want him-
happens.
I do want him to grab more flowers and see what happens. Because quite honestly, this is fascinating.
Okay.
Except Finnegan's a person.
He is a person. That is correct. But he's already feeling it. And quite honestly, the effects of our condition should make it that he can't feel anything. So quite honestly, the fact that he's feeling anything from grabbing one flower is very interesting. And I want to see what happens if he feels more from grabbing more.
And that's
No,
not fair to
it's-
him if
no,
he's
it's-
impaired and cannot make the right decision right
It's
now.
it's that I'm already. You said impaired, sure. I don't want yous to also do it. To get further, if I'm already
don't-
down the track, I don't want yous following me. If that
But you can get worse. It can get worse. It always gets worse. Like somebody holding you up to the ceiling. It can always get worse.
Finnegan, stand back. I'll collect him.
Sharky has also felt the effects of the flower.
that's
Okay.
fair, he did say that.
Before we do anything, guys, I'm not saying we owe the cleanup coterie, but we were sent down here to investigate. We have now investigated and found the information we needed. The cleanup coterie is there to help the city. If they now know what's going on here, they can come and clean it up. We were tasked with getting information. We got it. Now we pass on to people who need to know it.
I want that favor, Cal. So we're
We're-
going.
And we're going to get that favor.
Because he is saying that your mission is complete. You have done the mission that you were assigned.
Let me call Roro. He might not owe me.
Good day.
I might be able to switch it.
Yee?
I was mentioned earlier that we would have a way to contact others and that our communication would be monitored going into this mission. Is that still in effect?
Correct.
Whatever's listening in on us. How are we in touch with others? Earpieces, something like that?
Cell phones are good.
Do we have reception underground wherever we are?
Yeah.
I pull out the Nokia.
Okay.
Okay. Before we call, let me check something. I'm not going into the room, but I want to see something. Is that okay with you, Finn?
I just be careful.
Okay. How about you take a step out of the room, get time to get yourself back.
Let me wash my face.
Okay.
And he just stumbles out.
Okay. Cal just kind of wants to get to the ground. It is kind of, since he's lived in the forest for most of his life, he just wants to get like a vibe for the place. Like he's trying to see what is sparked. Like what's the supernatural and what's the normal? Is supernatural affecting the normal to make it better? Stuff like that.
The place is gorgeous. It's beautiful. It is a meadow, an oasis, just gorgeous, growing underground. If you would like to see if you can attempt to make 2 + 2 equal fish in regards to why it would be so affecting to Finnegan, I would like intelligence and insight, please.
Can I argue survival?
Yes, I will accept that argument for intelligence and survival
Okay.
because you would be looking at this from a naturalistic perspective.
I'm gonna make a rouse. I failed my hunger too.
Yeah, be hungry.
6.
This place is beautiful. It looks like it could be in a description of any fairy tale you have ever read in your life. And the thought of fairy tales brings you back to Finnegan's accent. Finnegan is from Ireland, a place where fairy tales might actually have more substance. After all, if kindred are real, if vampires exist, if the monstrous, horrifying things that hunt the dark are real for you, why shouldn't fairies be?
Okay. Kyle got his answer. He's just gonna go check on Finn and make sure Finn is okay.
So, Mr. Omadra, calling the Roro. What are you
out.
fixing to say to the lad?
You say, hey, there's no like flowing water, but there's like puddles. A bit?
Yeah, little bits of water here, there.
Just try
Puddles
some.
of suspiciously fresh water.
I mean, I've already got the flower in me pocket, and just kind of gets a little bit of the water, and just spray if I can, just gets it on him just a little bit, just kind of like calm down a little bit.
Just cleaning himself off a wee.
And it'll be a quick conversation to row. It'll be a call. See if he answers.
Ring, 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 ring.
Sunshine Cleaner, how can I help you?
Hey there, lad. In a bit of a bind. We're underground, and I could give you the locations, but we found something, and it's not good, Rowan.
Are we in need of bioremediation?
Yes, and bring smart ones. Bring the boss's wife.
Okay. All right.
Keep the one that we both love safe and far away from this. All right?
You got it. Before the phone hangs up, you hear, "Mom, I'm getting the pig!"
Goodness. Just closes the phone. And probably if Cal was coming to check up, he might have caught that last sentence.
The yell of "Mom, I'm getting the pig."
Well, also Finn saying,
Yeah. So Kyle is just because Kyle's like 6 foot tall, so he's kind of like putting his body weight a little bit down. And like, you good, dude?
I shouldn't have lifted him.
Hey, It's okay.
He doesn't know. None of them know. I shouldn't have.
I'm not going to act like I understand because I don't, but I'm here for you. I've been told a lot that our clans is together and we're a pack. So if you need anything, let me know.
I
There's
pack.
there's no need to apologize to us for what your beast makes you do.
I wish it was the beast.
Oh well.
Come on, they're gonna be here, and they'll be on their way.
Okay, let's head back and let Q know what's going on.
Before we leave, can Sharky attempt to gather a flower for himself to take back to the good doctor?
Sharky can do whatever it is Sharky feels like doing. In fact, it is probably a decent idea for Sharky to take a uncontaminated sample.
Do I need to make a composure and resolve?
You absolutely do. You know
Do
you
I
do.
get my unswayable mind?
You may use your unswayable mind, particularly because you have felt the effects of this plant before and can guard against it somewhat.
Nice. Damn it.
You know what the plant does.
I'm gonna re-roll some failures. That is 4 successes.
That will do it. You are able to bloop one of the flowers, tuck it into your shit. Are you trying to do this sneaky, or do you not give a rip who sees you do what you do?
He doesn't give a rip, you know?
You don't do quiet, you don't do sneaky. You are just sus AF.
Aside from Sharky, do I see any dead rats or like rat tracks or bodies in a corner that just went to sleep and passed away, surrounded by flowers?
Strangely, no. Though you do see signs that animals have been present. Give me either a wits and survival. I will also accept like intelligence and survival.
Yeah, if you let Cal know you're doing it, he's really good at that.
Oh, I'm doing it, and I trust neither of the others currently, so he's, for given level of trust of Cal, he's gonna say, Cal, just keep an eye on me. I'm gonna do one thing, then I'm gonna do a second thing.
Do you want me to pull you out if you get
One,
mind thingy?
yeah, because I might be walking closer and doing a thing in a second. I'm trying to
But-
find out what happened to the brats and
I-
double check stuff.
I'm
If you
pretty
can help
good
me
at.
with tracking,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm really good at that. That's kind
If
of
you're
my.
good at that, you know what?
Yeah.
I'll help you. I'd like to assist him if possible.
Okay.
So I'll throw him
So
next to
do your normal, Cal. I will take either wits or intelligence and survival.
Do I get my
And
tracking
add-
specialty?
You do, and add an assistance dice.
Cool. That is a massive pull. I'm sorry, I have to do math.
Math is hard.
Oh, that's a crit.
I love crits.
4, 5, 6. That's a cocked die. 7, 8. 8 with a crit.
8 with a crit? Yeah, this place is fucking weird. You can see where various small animals would go to hide. Like, sure, they might be addicts and they might be fighting with other rats, but they're not stupid enough, by and large, to try to fight with creatures your size. So you can see the various places where they might go. There is evidence of some altercations here or there, a spatter or two of what looks like rat blood, smells like rat blood. Not enough to indicate deaths. Just a spatter here or there. Torn fur here and over there where the flowers are kind of thinner. And looking closer at kind of the root structure, the beginnings of the root of the plants, that is where you begin to see corpses, bones, little bits of meat hanging off here or there. But this is not fresh. This would probably have happened while the plants were first coming up, not recent.
So when the plants first coming up, does it look like the plants ate the rats, like attacked the rats?
It looks like the rats are providing some form of nourishment. Cal, with his closeness to nature, though not a botany sort of specialty, he's aware that there are plants that are carnivorous in nature. This looks like it might be something akin to like a sundew. It doesn't look like it creates the corpses. It looks like it is feeding off them.
Gotcha. Yeah. Kaz will be like, okay, we should leave this room now.
I need you to. Colin's going to say, hey, there's just one last thing I want to do. It's a long shot. I want to give it a try. Just watch my back, please. And if anything happens to me, please, God, don't let me go insane or get drugged. I'd appreciate it.
So I have permission to put my hands on you if things go bad.
You have your permission to put your hands on me, drag me out of here, and also keep me alive.
Do I have permission to beat you into torpor?
Stay the fuck away
it
from
be
me.
necessary?
Away from me.
Away from me. I prefer if you stay the fuck away from him too. You do not have good advice. Thanks.
Sharky.
I'm gonna do the thing.
Okay, what are you doing?
It's a long shot. I would like to make the argument, ST, that with where the roots have been pointed out to me and where the seeds were started and planted, I want to get to that area and see if I can use dreams of the past to recreate, hopefully, the place being planted, and see if somebody physically planted like seeds there. Maybe get an idea of who the hell this was when they planted it. Or if
what?
It's naturally.
You know what? Roll it.
Thank you for letting me be an investigator. I'm helpful. I swear I can contribute. Let's surge, and here we go. Rouse.
Oh, hush now. You have been contributing.
Roll it, baby! That is my favorite part of this mixed table session so far, is everybody has had their bit that they're good at.
Okay, hunger goes up one to start. Second, we're gonna add dice because that still goes through.
Yes, it does. You just get hungry.
The hungry begin. Now, do I have to make an additional Rousey Boy? I do have to make an additional Rousey Boy. Here's the second one. Y'all, it's about to get a little smelly.
That is hunger. This happens first, and then you will be hunger 3. So
this happens first, then I'll describe what it looks like to everyone who I think this will be.
So this happens first. We will roll this and deal with this roll, and then you will be at hunger 3.
Here we go again. Good thing I ate, or I'd be at 4. All right.
Sucks to be you.
I made a character about hunger and hunting. We explore. We have suffering together. Here we go. 2 extra dice, and we're gonna throw intelligence and auspex. Investigate.
Go! Go, 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 go!
My hunger will be 2, 3, or 1 for this.
Your hunger will be 2.
No, I refuse. Willpower. That's unacceptable.
No, I refuse willpower. I gotcha.
This dice bot has
You're
been
bullshit.
ruthlessly out
All
for
right,
all of
sure.
you.
You- I will give you the
has.
3. I will give you the 3.
I'm a helper, I swear.
With 3, everyone sees the room pull a rewind. The plants grow back into themselves. You can see various rats coming and visiting the flowers, various other small animals, spiders, and insects just bumbling around. You can see the fights as they are happening in this rewind pattern. Everything is just rewinding. The plants sink back into the concrete. And you see a tall, blonde woman who is apparently practicing something. She appears to be drawing patterns on the floor in blood.
Where does it freeze?
It freezes somewhere along the point where blood is flowing, vitae is flowing from a small incision in the palm of the hand, and she appears to be controlling it to form these patterns on the floor. Colin, you recognize this woman.
Would this happen to be a certain blonde woman I saw who was very polite and friendly to me?
It does, in fact. Finnegan,
What are you doing here?
you recognize her likewise. Because you smelled her the instant you plucked that flower.
Tell me when the next thing happens, please.
This is all great and beautiful and honestly really fucking weird. But so is what appears to be happening to Colin as he performs this little magic trick. I will let you
Colin,
describe if you would like to.
Colin says, "Oh, good," and he starts to smile, and then the smile keeps going, and then he starts to say, "Oh, fuck," and his voice starts to change as he says, "Oh, good," and his mouth opens, and his lips turn into, trigger warning, this is about to sound like a corpse.
Body horror, mentions
horror.
of decay.
His lips full, and you see aging happen like a corpse in rapid time. A corpse that changes in color, tightens to the skin, and then begins to slough. And you see what would look akin to a gray pudding on a person that would have been, as I, the player, could best describe it, a corpse of a human being who died on a couch and sat there for 6 weeks in the summer, a humid summer, before anyone found them.
Like, this man is
They are
grotesque. He is rotting where he stands.
melted. He has rotted, and he progresses to a point where it doesn't seem to happen, probably due to the vampiric condition, but if he were to touch something, if 2 people were to try and lift them, their hands would easily grab straight to the bone and then slide off all the flesh.
He looks goopy.
He looks like a corpse that's been 6 weeks in heat, and has decayed, bloated, and then shrank again. And he smells it too. And as his voice changes automatically to something that should mirror some descriptions of Nosferatu from the past, he, in a practiced, for those watching, motion automatically, cap and hood comes up at the same time, and the gator comes up and he starts to shrug and shrink down, and he is physically moving differently and physically sounds different. We're gonna ignore that, and we're gonna power right past that. I'm gonna need y'all to not touch anything.
I don't know about that one. Right, when I said and asked if you did that spooky shit, that wasn't right on the list.
Right.
What the fuck?
So, no. It's cool. We're cool. Yeah, some sort of
Fascinating.
smell. You don't like you still. Anyways, you two. It's cool.
Right.
Fine.
Is the room still there? Like that was just like timey-wimey,
The
like a
room
fun
is still there.
rewind, and now it's still there.
No, even though I've rewound, unfortunately, which is unrelated but kind of funny, topical, Colin goes on to say, right, you can't take anything, but you can walk around for a bit and you can look at anything in this frozen moment. Okay, guys? So, like, you can see if you want to, and he like circles around, because I imagine this person had their back to him originally, and so he like looks at their face and he's like, yeah, that's Sifra. So he like kneels down, he looks around, he like sees wherever time's frozen and they were manipulating something out of their palm. So like the blood is probably like halfway through time dropping to the floor and drips and shit, and it looks really cool. You don't mind the smell. And he's just like going about like, okay, and he's doing his usual, he does a spiral search. And he does a search on the room as it is. He doesn't touch anything because that'll disrupt it. But he's going along muttering to himself, all right, okay.
The
If any of you
room
have been
itself, other than the image of Sifra and what she appears to be doing, is empty. There's no plants, there's no animals, there's nothing. It looks like she had chosen this particular place to practice whatever it was she was doing.
I don't see any seeds. Do you guys see any seeds?
We gotta go.
What?
I think we got our answer right here.
Like, okay, sure.
Someone take a picture of those. Is like the sigil
Pictures.
on the ground still good?
Yeah, I can sketch the picture. I usually sketch because I can't bring any of this. But yeah, so he just
Wonderful.
plucks the bad boy out. His little reporter notepad. He just gets sketching.
So long as we have an understanding of the symbol.
If any of you, he also gets out like a little disposable camera that he'll also keep on him, and he'll be able to recreate the room. And he's like, "You guys, anything you
No.
Go.
This is creepy as shit. I'm
We have to
good.
go.
We're going to need to talk in the future, Mr. Fry.
That's creepy.
No.
That's also just creepy.
Fuck no."
You've been asking after a lot of trust. Just a reminder that it's a two-way street. Let's get going.
Fair. I'll note that you didn't trust me.
So, as you all are starting to do your leaving and whatnot, two individuals start heading in your direction. These two individuals may or may not be familiar to you. One of them is a tall, lanky boy, about 6 feet tall. And one of them is we'll say 5'8", because I can't say short, but she would be short in comparison to the lanky youth walking next to her, and to the 6-foot-tall woman frozen in stasis in the room you just left. This woman is dressed as an hijabi. Long cotton candy colored abaya, niqab, Ejab. The only thing of her that is visible is gray and scarred skin right at her eyeline, and a strange blue, what appears to be a scarified brand in what appears to be initials under one eye.
Yeah, Kyle's gonna give a very shitty bow. He's trying. It's not good, but he's trying.
Finnegan starts waving and then sees Cal bow and it's like, right, fucking.
I've never seen this person before, correct? I
You
don't
have
know.
never seen this person before, but you would have been made aware at some point that the prince's wife is a Nosferatu that fits this description.
Oh, fuck. And then he bows.
My lady keeper.
Right.
Got some stuff back there for you.
Oh, do you want me to dismiss this? I can.
We left Seifert at home, didn't we?
That's not. Do you guys have all the information you need?
We need to go.
I mean,
We got
He moves his hands and it just drops to reality.
Well, that's a trick, isn't it?
Shoots and ladders.
I wouldn't quite say that shoots and ladders, hun.
Oh, it's Hun now.
We found this. There's a lot, and I'm gonna be talking to Sifra.
How did... I didn't think she could do that poofy thing some of the fair folk can do. How did she...
I
She
don't
was
know.
right there. And now... We left her at home. How was she in that room?
It was a
It's in the
mirage,
past.
a rewind. It
Yeah.
was in the past.
That you need to be careful of. That stuff can like get in your head. It's like a cognito hazard. It. Don't get too close unless you have to. But these flowers probably shouldn't be here.
Yeah, no, we
You
know about them. You bought
Oh, okay.
pig, right?
The what?
Rowan rummages through his bag and pulls out this silver device that looks about the size of a 2-liter bottle of soda. It is slick, shiny steel with a long cord that runs out the back of it. Yeah.
What is that?
Well, that's the pig.
Okay, what does a pig do?
Eat stuff.
So
No, you go right on, Rowan. You tell him what this thing that you designed does.
well, it's like a super bright flashlight. Think of like a electronic sun bomb.
Oh,
What now?
That's not. No, I don't think we should. I don't think we should use that. I think that technology should be erased from. I don't think that's a good thing. I don't.
Oh
You know
no,
who you're talking to, right,
we
No,
reworked it from something Dad brought home from Florida.
We don't use it while we're down here. You see it. They're remote activated. Or they can be timer activated. I figured that would interest Mr. Almadra, who has a... Well,
Save it
he
to me.
tends to like explosives.
See, I'm also not too quiet sometimes.
I have
So-
never liked you more.
So what happens is we place this thing because these flies that seem to be popping up all over the place. They seem to have the same liking for sunlight that we do, which is to
Makes
say,
sense.
not much.
It makes sense. Their lifeblood is the same as ours.
That is our understanding as well. Though heaven knows why they just seem to be popping up.
Who knows?
it seems like the You called her Seafront? Looks like she was the one that popped it up when she was practicing something. Like a magic, it's Fae, like from like the fairy tales.
Well, like,
I
that just doesn't sound like her, though.
No, it
Usually
don't.
she's a bit more careful when it comes to things that might be dangerous to other folk.
It
She would
could
tell one of
be-
us. Eh, Rowan?
Yes.
Does Rowan know anything?
Are you vibe checking the
I'm
Roro
vibe checking.
Applebee's?
I'll vibe check Rowan. Hell yeah.
Colin
Wits
vibe
and
checks the vibe
insight.
check and realizes everyone knows that the fair folk are real, and except him in this party. So he's like, okay, you, her, him. Okay,
What's,
all right, adding that to the list.
Wits and insight.
with some insight? Not the best, but you know.
Versus
And Rowan is, I'm
what?
sure, trying to mask.
Manipulation and subterfuge.
Yes, sir.
A whopping 3. I mean, I'm surprised I got that many, but
And freaking 3 is 3. What,
And I got a 5.
hey, 2 plus 3 makes 5, so
Rowan is an educated liar.
Finnegan is not smart. So
The fairies,
Rowan
huh?
was raised at the right hand of the prince and is quite an accomplished liar.
Yep.
He fills in for where other folks lack. So,
I'll
no,
have a
this
chat.
makes perfect sense. Rowan is absolutely telling the truth. Seafra would have told one of them.
All right.
It-
Great. I'll talk with her. See what's happening.
could be just hearing this out here. It seems like she was doing some sort of ritual with her blood. Maybe she was practicing something. Some blood got in between the cracks, and maybe the flowers that grew just happened to be natural underground flowers in this area. That is also a possibility.
It's high
Like-
consequence that the flowers smell exactly like her.
Maybe it's an accident. Just
Could be an
saying.
accident. And I'm just wanting to chat with her. I'm not putting blame
Oh.
on anyone. I am just gonna be talking with me girl.
You're
I
just
get it.
sounding really. You're just sounding really aggressive, hun.
I'm always
just
aggressive.
a tad.
I'm always
Yeah,
aggressive.
I get it. We didn't see anything. We didn't hear anything that stays in that room.
Huh?
It stays here between us.
Cal puts
What am
two
I
thumbs
lying
up.
about?
Right. Nothing. You ain't lying about nothing. I ain't asking a single one of you to do what I would not do myself. Just maybe refrain from mentioning it in mixed company.
Cool. So sheriff and prince are still fine to know.
Well, of
course.
course.
Cool.
Share
They
with the
know
officials of the city.
everything.
Share your reports. Don't tell your fellow coterie mates about this. Let them know that it's dangerous, these flowers, as we already knew. But the details we need to validate first.
Right. So while Rowan takes care of what's in here, I think it might be a good idea for the rest of us to have a bit of a debrief.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And of course, y'all will be making your reports to the Seneschal, as
Of
is
course.
required.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
So follow me, and she's going to lead a similar though very different winding path
She looks
from
like she knows how to get through here.
from what Q did. She very much looks like she knows how to traverse this labyrinth. Considering that everyone present would be aware that Nosferatu are extraordinarily rare in Philadelphia, it would not be amiss to put 2 + 2 = fish together and figure out that this is probably the woman that Finn called and that Q called his sister.
Thanks.
So they're just rolling through. This is a dizzying amount of left and left and right and left and right and right and left and right. Though this woman seems to be able to pick her way along just fine and knows where she's leading you. And where she's leading you appears to be a different path back to the concourse that you all came in from, exiting through a door that didn't seem to be there before.
I'll understand this place one day. I will.
We're not meant to understand it.
No,
Fuck that.
everything
I
has a
love
path.
understanding shit.
Oh, that's probably unlikely.
No, I'll get there. I'll get there.
Your family has certain gifts, and mine has certain gifts.
Oh, I get it. All right.
We are from a famous bloodline, much as you are, Mr. Omadra.
I want to spend more
There-
time down here. Is all I'm meaning.
There aren't very many bloodlines that come up as famous for
Not for us.
what are traditionally known as the low clans. But I come from one, and I know at least Mr. Omadra comes from another.
There are more than you'd expect for our low clan.
I meant famous outside the clan.
Oh.
Finnegan kind of just tilts his head a little bit with a little bit of a smile and just looks at Sharky and just like, does a boy believe? If a boy believes, a boy can fly.
Is that a Harry Potter reference?
No, I believe it's a Peter Pan reference.
Cal is
boy
going to
doesn't
have
believe.
just this huge grin because he knows this reference.
Are you asking me my bloodline?
Not necessarily. I was just asking if a boy believes. If a boy believes, a boy can fly.
Are you the one who I was told to watch out who might throw me out of a tree?
Not necessarily. So I might help, but that one's Maury. She's a lovely woman.
I look over at Cal.
Lovely woman.
Cal's just smiling like an idiot. It's just like he understands, but he's not saying anything.
He's like, I know this reference.
He leans down and just pinches his nose.
I won't necessarily toss you out of the tree fully myself, but you know, if it has to be out of a tree or out of a helicopter, one way a boy believes.
All right, Pinochet.
I prefer to swim, and I'm gonna keep it that way.
That's fair. That's fair.
Boy believes.
And I'll just give a wink to Cal and just be like, a boy believes.
Yes, Cal will wink back, like knowingly, be like, "Oh, I got tossed out of a tree. Well, I'm going to get tossed out of a tree eventually."
One is the lonely.
The only Hakata.
The non-gangrel.
Mr. Frat, this is a relatively normal thing amongst our clan. Well, I wouldn't say normal. We just have a tendency to be extremely aggressive and violent, and one of our number apparently in this city has a tendency to throw other members of our family
Fair.
out of trees.
She's not here. I never threw someone, and also Otis got hit by a car the first time, and I wasn't driving.
I know that guy. I know the guy who hit him. Anyways, yeah.
Right. So I've met you, Mr. Knox, and obviously we are acquainted, Mr. Madra. Y'all other two, I don't think we met.
Oh, hello. I am Cal of Clan Gangrel. I am the Child of Moon. It's very much a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, you're a child of the deputy. The pleasure is all mine. I am the keeper of Elysium, Alicia Sexton.
Yes, I've heard so many amazing things about you.
That's a little worrisome.
Oh, why does people really?
I promise only half the stories you hear have any sort of truth to them.
Okay.
Especially if they come from a certain quarters, like the rumor mill.
Oh, I don't really check. The rumor mill doesn't really mean much to me. I prefer to get to know the person themselves than what other people say about them.
Well, that's a relief at any rate. And who are you?
Oh, hi, I'm Colin. I met your husband. He threatened me with death. He
Yes,
told
he
me
does
that,
tend to do that.
yeah.
Here,
I'll
Colin,
tell
be
you anything you
respectful.
want to
Take off your
know.
hood.
I look at and I'm like, he's in charge, but he also lifted me up. So I'm like, all right. I don't normally look like this. I apologize. I can tell you anything you want to know.
I
For
would
me,
know a member of my family coming into the city. You ain't one of mine.
no, ma'am. No. This is a temporary thing. Some of the time, if I push myself a little bit, it.
Oh,
Uh,
you that fella that ended up needing a milkshake.
you've met Sifra. Yes. Yeah. I did need a meat shake. Earlier. Yeah.
Right.
Not even
Alrighty.
needing one later.
Colin, can I get a wits and insight from you, please?
Certainly. Who is it on, and do I feel like I'm threatened? Because that means I'm going to surge.
You do not feel like you are threatened. This is more of a
Wits insight.
checking your own memory type thing.
You should be good at that.
It does
My
not
hunger
have
is
a very
3.
high difficulty.
Okay.
And just kind of leans over and is just like, yeah, you're not going to keep many secrets from this one.
Oh god damn it. So hey, about bestial failures.
Like
Oh
I
boy.
said, not a high difficulty.
Please be one.
You remember that voice that you heard on the other end of the line when you
But she
called
was a
Meals on
pleasant
Wheels?
person. Welcome. He looks at her and like, welcome to Philadelphia.
So you do remember.
You are very polite. It was nice to hear you. You are also, I guess, appropriately scary. That's fair. So you know where I live. Got it. Hey.
Yes. To
Yeah.
be fair, I know where everybody lives.
As I said,
Fair.
not really going to keep many secrets from this one, so might as well have just taken, you know.
Not really going to be able to keep many secrets from her family as a whole. Just assume a
I don't really
Nosferatu
want
knows
to
more
keep
about
secrets
you
from
than
John
you do.
Sexton. I'm gonna be honest with you.
No,
Also, I
no, you
look over to
don't.
the side. Rowan, Rowan.
Yes.
Row.
Rowan.
Well, Rowan or Roro with me. I just want to check.
I would suggest Rowan. I'm pretty
Which is
sure
why I'm asking.
really only Seafra gets away with Ro and occasionally Mr. Amadra.
I could
Hi.
just give him a cheeky wink.
In a couple of weeks, stuff's happened, but I did want to hit you up about your library when I am composed. Pleasure to meet you.
And preferably don't smell like shit.
Dead, yeah.
Right.
Be more composed.
So, debrief. Y'all were tasked by the Seneschal.
Linguini, aye.
What?
Linguini.
Ain't that there? It's hard. It's French, and I can't remember. You can't expect me to do it
Laranier.
all the
It was
time.
impressed in me because I was terrified. Laranier.
Right. Le JJ.
Laranier.
I do wish to call attention for those listening at home. Finnegan just broke Techo.
It's hard to break me, but it definitely broke me.
Like
I
he
did it.
broke.
Check. I'm gonna be
So-
coming down the server, getting with all you mofos.
Right.
Look forward to it.
So Laranier tasked you with helping out the Lord of the Under, my
Mhm,
brother.
He sent us down there. Was saying that the rats were disappearing, and Cal was chatting with some of the rats, got some information about where to go, and we went.
Right. So, what did y'all think of him, the Lord of the Undercity?
He needs a friend.
differently intelligent.
I can't wait to have tea with him.
He seems nice and non-threatening.
Oh, that's a
He also
mistake.
seems really smart.
That not threatening. It's definitely a mistake.
Yeah, he could probably squish your brain like a grape.
Yeah, so could you, but I get the feeling he's less want to do that compared to the rest of you.
You'll be
No, I really don't want to do that. It just would be a lot of fun to do that, but I don't want to have to do it.
Point made. Thanks.
Uh,
Yeah.
Quasimodo does tend to have a bit of a longer fuse than some of us.
He seemed really polite, and I appreciated it. Likes Legos.
He does.
You think I could get him to come around to Tay?
Under here, no.
One step at a time.
Does he need a medic or something for his back? He looked injured.
Those are permanent.
I'm sorry to hear that.
The previous regime had a couple of different methods of making sure that some of the damage that they did could not be undone.
Oh, what the fuck? Okay.
I don't know if this is impolite to ask, but I would like to know if I can ask. What is he?
Quasimodo is what is commonly referred to as a gargoyle.
Cal just blades.
They-
There are ways of using what they might call scrap pieces of different types of kindred, particularly among them the Tzimisce, the Gangrel, and the Nosferatu, to create horrific abominations.
He's not a vampire.
He is kindred.
He is a
just
vampire.
not
He's like
from
us.
our established bloodlines.
So
And-
he's broken.
He is not broken.
Well,
He is
not
a
that type.
kindred.
Okay.
But his kind is why we do not associate with certain blood witches.
Have
Not
y'all
your
ever,
kind.
have y'all ever been told not to trust a Tremere?
Yes.
Yeah, it was
That is
brief,
a
but
large
yeah.
part of the reason why.
And it's a good thing that we got rid of the one that turned him into it.
We did.
Is he happy? Is he comfy?
He is comfortable here. He is safe here. He has
Okay.
family here. Quasimodo is a kindred. He is
Works for
my
me.
kin. And he comes from the line of great Nosferatu builders. Hence the predilection for those Lego bricks.
Yes, ma'am.
Would
He is as much of a descendant of Zelios as I am.
would he want to fly again? Because there are gifts we might be able to teach.
His wings cannot grow back.
These are. I'm not speaking of regrowing the wings. It may take many years, but there are some gifts that we can teach if he is capable of learning.
Like what?
Power to shift?
He? And at this, Alicia just looks kind of like confused. She knows what that power is. She has seen Protean. I just don't think it ever occurred to her that Q could learn it. He does display aspects of specifically bloodline traits. I I reckon it's possible that he could learn the same way that we do with a teacher and the proper application of.
Then, if given some time with him, I would be willing to teach him.
That may be something to consider and should be something that you bring up next time you have a reason to speak to my husband.
I will do so, my keeper.
Miss Alicia,
Yeah?
could I potentially offer? It seems like he can't talk to his friends, his animal compatriots. Could I potentially teach him how to speak to them?
It, if he will consent to it.
Yeah, I don't want anything in return. I just want him to be able to talk to the people around him all the time.
If he will consent to it, and it is possible for him to learn that way. Why?
Um, I when I was younger, there was a lot of times where I just kind of ran out into the forest, and having the animals around me made me feel better. And when I finally were able to speak to them and have conversations, it calmed me. I was able to understand a bit more about the aspect of who I am as a person and my connections to nature. If
I
I
mean,
can,
I don't mean why would it be good for him to. I mean, you just met the man. You have had one conversation.
that's just who I am.
Do, and you understand what teaching him would entail.
Yeah,
And what you would have to do. You would essentially be weakening yourself, however temporarily, to strengthen him.
if it makes them feel better, then why not?
Right.
Are you recently changed there, Calvin?
Yeah,
Cling to that, right?
yeah, that's my plan.
Right.
You
Well,
have animals,
whatever
though.
whatever you can teach, I would be in your debt.
I I don't need it.
And then the gaze is going to move from Cal to Sharky, who made a similar offer.
He is. I don't like seeing someone having something taken away from them that they should be capable of.
So you are another that shares my husband's particular weakness? Bit of a soft spot for cripples, bastards, and broken things.
I don't like the dishonorable. And to do something like this speaks of a great dishonor.
It does.
When Sharky says, I don't like the dishonorable, does Colin get the feeling he's telling the truth?
Well,
He's not going to try to hide it. Yeah, he's telling the truth.
Okay. Colin will remember that appears above his head.
right. Well, La Renier will expect written reports. They don't have to be long, i.e., if you are an alum from other servers, I do not expect full session notes. I do not. You can bullet point whatever information you feel like the Seneschal would get from your character.
How will those be picked up or delivered? How will they be safely transported? Because I can do you a soap notes, or I can do you some other stuff.
We know where you live.
Okay.
They'll
That's
send you.
fair enough. I will leave it by my sleeping bag.
If you mark it and address it to, what is it you called her? Lasagna?
That was
L'Orange?
her? That was them, not me. But yeah.
L'Orange?
Yeah, I think I'm getting closer.
Okay.
If you address it to the Spider or to the Seneschal or to La Renier, trust and believe that there are individuals who will make absolutely certain that it makes it back. For the price of nothing more than a couple of wasabi peas.
So now, can you say it one more time?
La Renier?
L'Orange, yeah. See, we're saying the same thing.
Right.
I'll get there.
The Seneschal, the Spider.
Mm-hmm.
It's like those mystical, magical owls in that Harry Potter thing. You address it, it'll go.
It'll find its way. Trust the little ones of this city.
Indeed. We have an excellent courier service. At any rate, a workman has earned his reward. In this case, all four of you have earned at least the minimum, right? It just so happens that Her Harpiness, Madame Dillard, trusts me on occasion to handle the ledger.
Well, grand.
So, I don't think you owe anything, Mr. Anderson. So, we'll just put you on the books as owed. And that would be owed a minor boon from the Seneschal.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Madra, I don't believe you owe us neither.
Not use.
So, same deal.
I
I will just pop you in the books as being owed a personal favor
I appreciate that.
from her shampooiness.
That just confuses Finn more.
As well it should. Now, I happen to know for a damn well fact there are folks that have debts on the books that they might want to clear. So, that goes to you folks. Would you rather be owed a debt or clear one of the ones you already owe?
Cleared.
With the flaw I have, would it be worth it? Or no, you know what? Owed. I haven't paid it back yet.
Alrighty then. So you would rather have that debt owed to you by the Seneschal.
I would.
And for
I pay
you,
back my debt.
we'll clear out what you owe Miss Dillard.
Good.
Keen. Now, Ms. Wayne is waiting outside.
Mm. Shotgun.
Has anyone got like a towel? I don't want to, the upholstery.
Don't worry about it. Ms. Wayne has transported worse.
Sorry.
I'm sure she has a top.
Yeah. Okay.
Quick,
And just
fetch a rug.
Yeah. Cal's going to give another bow to Miss Alicia and is going to follow off with Finn.
Same with Colin.
Bye. Y'all have a good day now, you hear?
Bye, ma'am.
Also, make sure you get in touch with somebody before you make visits.
Yes, ma'am.
Keep
Naturally.
in mind, there are only a very few people who can traverse the highways and byways of the Undercity.
Oh, him.
right. I'll get there one day. I will. I will.
Yes, on the day that you become a Nosferatu. It takes more than this pretty face to do what we do. At any rate, if there are no questions, comments, or concerns, we will be wrapped. Your rewards are the boons, etc., that will be in the sheet. Yes, Cal is part of the pretty privileged baby coteries. He's beautiful.
We forgot to mention this. Cal's really hot.
He
Cal
is.
is gorgeous. He has the beautiful merit.
Nice.
Honestly, after playing Belle and making sure every chance to say that he was stunning, I get it. I get it.
I would have played up the
Cal is
difference if I
hot.
knew that. Damn.
Yeah, he also has
Oh, boy.
heterochromia. His left eye is a beautiful hazel, and his right eye is like a cyan, and it like almost glows.
Must be
You
nice to be
may
pretty, kid.
also,
Very pretty.
in addition to that boon, you may also consider yourselves eligible, should you choose to spend your XP on it, to take the under the city lore sheet. You are now
Don't you
eligible
fret.
for that.
I'm going. I'm hunting for that.
You still have to spend the XP on it, but you are eligible
I
to take it.
will. Gotta save up more.
Yay!
Yay!
So
First
we're gonna
Seneschal
do a
mission
quick
done. We did it.
intro because I know that folks are running out of juice. So, hi, I'm G'day. I'm one of the storytellers on Philly by Night. I typically run the emissary table. I am also responsible for a lot of the open world logistics and will be responsible for a lot of these Seneschal board style missions. Calvin, who the hell are you?
Hello, I am Techomunk. You can find me anywhere with Techomunk. I don't post like at all, so just I'm here.
In my soul, do I feel that?
Yeah, I'm also on the fledgling table, and my storyteller is Kindle the Elemental.
Sharky, what the hell are you got going on?
Hi, my name's Kingdom0905. You can probably find me backstage at a theater somewhere running a fly system. Yeah, you can maybe find me on TikTok, but I don't post much. Maybe more in the future, but just anywhere. Yeah, any theater, everywhere. I'm everywhere all the time.
Always on the fly system.
Always on the fly system. And yeah.
Woo! Who the hell are you, Finnegan?
Hey, hello. I'm Finnegan Womadra. I also go by Tristan KitKat on a lot of different things. I'm part of the Ancilla table, and I hope that you all enjoyed the Mad Irishman.
We always enjoy the Mad Irishman. Book, what you got?
Hello, everybody. I am Book, Grim Grimoire on Discord, and when I chat and talk smack in the comments, I am a Grim Book on Twitch TV when you see me chatting. I am new to Philly by Night, and it is a fascinating and fun community. I am happy to be here.
I forgot to tell you that I am G'day Effects on TikTok and anywhere that I feel like I want you to find me. Keep in mind, though I am on Instagram, I don't use it because Meta makes me angry.
That's fair. That's fair.
So TikTok is the best place to find me for as long as that lasts, as well as here and on Discord. Everywhere I want you to find me, I am G'dayFX.
Woo woo.
Bye. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Oh wait,
Bye.
hold on. Hold
Wait,
on.
where's the tagline?
There
We
was
have a
one-
line.
There was one mother trucker who vanished who needs to introduce himself.
And we also have a goodbye line. Where'd
Come
he
on.
go?
Come back, Einar.
Where'd he go? There he is.
Yes, hello. Yes, I am ST Einar. You can find me at Einar_TTRPG on the TikToks, on most anywhere that I want you to be able to find me. But I run the Ancilla table.
Woo, 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 woo. He's also the founder of the game, that humble, horrid person. And remember, here at Philly by Night, we play monsters, but that does not mean that we are them. So, take care of yourselves and each other. Especially during Pride Month.